team called the morning steam. It's time to break one for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott, sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
All right, and a pleasant good morning to you from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam show for Friday, Black Friday, November the 29th. There it is, and here I am. Man, what a day yesterday of NFL football and college basketball, but that's nothing compared to what we're about to get into today. Thank you for joining me here. Got a couple of dozen of you already, probably ready to go, man. Where are we going to start? Where are we going to end with this massive card of sports, including college football, one game in the NFL, college basketball tournaments up the yin-yang, and don't forget, full NBA, NHL cards here. Let me straighten my life out. You got a little tired there at the end of those football games. Got up about 5 hours, and I'm still not ready to go, I don't think, on this card, but we got hopefully some great winners for you, and we'll try to hit that community parlay again. One day we will hit it, gang. I'm sure we'll get it very, very soon, but we're already on here 0-17, so it shows you how tough parlays are to hit. Hopefully we'll give you some winners for some straight bets, but let's get that consensus parlay today. The action starts here in less than 2 hours with college basketball. We've got previews of some of the best games. We're going to try to get to some of the best football games in college football. Maybe I left out a couple. Finally going to leave out Colorado unless you guys have a pick there. Of course, the Raiders playing the Chiefs today, and I don't know what to do about the NBA and NHL, but I've got my picks ready to go. So, how'd it go for you guys yesterday in the NFL? I had 2 premium pick winners yesterday. Got swept here trying to go over in the football games yesterday. Bad. But when am I going to go 3 overs there? What a disaster that was. But we did have premium pick winners with the Dallas Cowboys yesterday. Also, the Green Bay Packers premium pick winners here in the NFL. Hopefully, you caught me yesterday across the street over there on PSR. I had some props. It was a pretty fun day. I don't think I did anything too special, but I want to shout out Spencer. Spenny. I want to shout out Spenny right now before we even get 5 minutes into the show. Told you about the first slice that we had this week instead of first strike with no UFC. I'm going to try to give out some live PFL plays right now here during the show as well. If you guys remind me too, if you guys are watching, plus all this steam going to be rolling in. But on first slice, Spenny Bombs, he did give out a 17-1 parlay. Many of you acknowledged it as well yesterday with 3 touchdown player props tied together for a 17-1 parlay win. So thank you to Spenny for that. He's he's kind of on our team a little bit. He's a pretty popular guy. It's pretty tough to get him, but we had him on first slice with the guys previewing that NFL card yesterday, and what a great job Spenny did with that here yesterday. How did you guys do in those games? Of course, you had just going through it here anyway, right? With the Lions and the Bears, we saw the disaster that happened there. The Bears, that wasn't good, not good at all. The way that one collapsed for them, and they couldn't get that last playoff. Much criticism for the Bears in that game. Cowboys kind of rocked the Packers despite it being kind of a close game there in the first half, and the Packers got it done late night. We also had a winner here on the show with Memphis and Tulane game to go over yesterday. Here was my pick on the show yesterday here. And college basketball, we had a few winners as well yesterday. Pretty fun day of college ball. We had premium pick winners with UC Irvine yesterday. We had a winner on the show, Minnesota and Wichita game to go under. We also had a premium pick winner, Florida and Wake Forest under. Team Steam consensus, you guys had Louisville over West Virginia yesterday for a great call. Also, I had Oklahoma and Arizona game to go over here on the show. And also, I had a winner here on the show, Mississippi BYU game to go over. I had a premium pick winner, Utah State, Bonaventure under, Northern Iowa, North Texas under. So pretty fun day there, but nothing like what we're going to get into here in just a few minutes. You guys can comment in the chat, and that makes you eligible to win, to be the first winner of the parlay. So maybe we'll get that done here today. And let's see if we can't get a pick here right now. Coming up, we've got Eid and Mohamed Sefi here coming up in in PFL action right now. I'm going to look to go under here at 2.5 rounds with Mohamed Selfie and Eld here, just eyed to get underway here with our coverage. There's already been about 5 fights. These are the PFL World Championships on ESPN Plus right now, and our pick here is on the under 2.5 rounds at plus money with Mohamed Safai and Eid. This one to go off here in just a couple minutes, and I'll try to get a pick out on every fight that we're on the air here if we remember, because there's a ton of fights, but we're just getting into these strong fights here right now over the next several couple of hours. We're going to be here for a couple of hours for sure. All right. Hello to everyone in the chat. We already got 36 comments in there, and I'll say hello to everyone real quick. First of all, Joe T, thank you for being in here. He's already saving big money at Menards. Tex Styles is here today. Joe W, Michael Piccioni, thank you. Hey, I did have a great Thanksgiving here on the air with you guys. Hopefully, Thomas Lewis says, good morning. Like this video, subscribe to our channel, hit the thumbs up. Sports Money Network here on YouTube, the fastest growing sports betting channel on YouTube. Wine time. Good morning to you, sir. Have a great prep football Friday. I've got a high school game to watch here in just about 4.5 hours. Championship game, Steam play coming in right now. We're going to be so all over the place, you guys. So please keep pen in hand here. Remember, when we give you the moves, these are happening in real time. How about the Egg Bowl today? We don't even have it previewed here on the air. I'm going to tell you right now. Here comes some steam on Mississippi State in the Egg Bowl. Hey, we don't have a preview. I like this steam. Here's your first play from me. I didn't pick this one in the games because, maybe it hasn't been overall a great season here, certainly for Mississippi State. But getting 25 points or so, I'm going to go with them. I'm going to take this steam here with the Mississippi State Bulldogs here over Mississippi in the Egg Bowl, 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific time. I see Mississippi State taking steam here right now. It's going to be down to 25 or so. I'm going to take them here. 2-9 Mississippi State, 8-3 Ole Miss. We know Ole Miss has been great, but you know how it goes in the Egg Bowl. Wish this one was on Thursday. Maybe it'd even make it a stronger play, but I'm going to take this steam here. I will say this. Professional handicappers are strong on Mississippi State, one of the most one-sided picks of professional handicappers sell their picks. Mississippi State, very popular today. I'm on them too. I'm taking Mississippi State. All right. Steam that just came in here also in college basketball. Pittsburgh and Ohio State. Game total to go over here just moments ago as I was getting on the air here. Pittsburgh and Ohio State is headed over 147 on the Steam here, going to 148 right now with these two. Some steam coming in here just moments ago. All right, we're going to keep it rolling here right now and get to the action in just a moment, but I've got more steam here that came in just as I was going on the air with North Carolina State and BYU. Game total to go over, say the Sharps here. This one's on the move. This one's at the Radies Invitational in San Diego. It's going up to 153 or 153.5. I do have a premium pick in the game between NC State and BYU over at winnable.com. I'll tell you about that here right now. If you want to get my best plays for today, including early action in college basketball and college football, where I have my packages up right now with my plays, just $4 today to pick up a ton of plays, all my best plays, including NBA, NHL coming up. Also, the NFL game as well, more college football. I'll have a lot of plays. That's what I do. I play the market, and you can get my plays over at winnable.com/Ramon. If you use the promo code STEAM, that will save you 20% off all of those packages. You get my picks for $8 a week, $20 a month. That's just 67 cents a day. Or use that promo code STEAM, get my plays over there for 50 cents a day. You get it right in your palm of your hand. You get my plays here. Just, simple as that. You look on here, it comes right up. You go to that, click that QR code. There I am. That's me for sure. And uses all the best Stripe payment here. You get the picks for $4 today. I also have a free subscription package there as well, and it has the Apple Pay, the Google Pay there, and you can get my plays. I'm going to give you a ton of plays here right now. If you don't want to support me, that's okay. Just you being here is enough for me. You hear the steam going off, you know how I would do it, fam, right? We play big volume, a lot of games, and try to just hit a consistent percentage, getting the best of the line. And if you want to know what I'm on pretty much at any given moment on most games, right? Sometimes it's maybe half the games I have the picks on. Maybe it's a little less sometimes, but my best plays, certainly. And you're looking for other games, more games. Hey, if you're just playing one or two big games, you probably already have your mind made up, and you can still check with me, see what's going on, or join me here on the show, right? I know you guys heard that steam kind of rolling in there. How about let's keep talking steam until we get rolling here. Sacramento and Portland NBA tonight here with our 9-game card. How about this one? Sacramento and Portland game total to go over. This one was as low as 222. Forget about it. It's 224.5 right now or higher. This one's on the move higher. Kings and Blazers tonight. Taking a little steam there right now. Also, just moments ago, the Philadelphia Flyers taking steam in that early contest against the Rangers. They're an underdog at home against the Rangers. They just took some steam here at plus $1.40, probably heading down to $1.35, $1.30 here. The Flyers taking the steam in the first NHL game of the day at 1 Eastern and 10 Pacific. Also, just moments ago, Wichita State and Florida taking steam here at the ESPN Invitational in Kissimmee, Florida. Florida already took the steam to 9.5 or 10. That one actually looks pretty decent. And also the over just took some steam here with Wichita and Florida. So Florida and over are the steam in that one. All right, gang. We're going to get started here real quick, but I'm going to say hello to a few more folks if I can. Here, Trap God is here today. Who else? Wine Time, I said in there, right? There's Trap God today. Also, Cliff Lloyd, hello. Cliff, nice to have you here. Lee Anthony Quinones is joining us today, as is Elliot Jameson. All right, gang, here comes another one right now. This one catches my attention here real quick. I want to tell you about it with Elon and Maine. Elon is taking the steam here right now. This one's in Philadelphia. It's on the extra board. Not the, we try to cover it all here. But I will say this, in the Elon Maine game where the steam is coming in right now on Elon at -3.5, that's one of my premium picks on the total on that game. So do note the move here on Elon over Elon against, what did I just say, gang? Elon and Maine. Okay. Elliot, hello. Joe trying to console me here as I went over in those games, and bad calls by me. All right. AOD, thank you as well for being here today. Always appreciate you and your support. All right. Elliot here. He's talking ECU Navy game. I think we'll talk ECU and Navy. Robert McCormick, good morning and hello. Maybe I didn't include that one. T-Moss, hello. Great to have you again here joining us. And also David Wallace, hello and thank you. T-Bird is here. Thank you. And Robert McCormick talking that St. Mary's game. They're good, aren't they? Man, Randy Bennett's a great coach. Great coach. Dana Delp, hello. Nick Handy, thank you. Thank you, Thomas, for helping me here. This is how you support me on the channel, by going to winnable.com and getting my picks. It's very inexpensive, and if you buy my picks today, I'll come back tomorrow and do it again. Reddy Samedi here. Nunya, thank you here today. And that might be it. We got some more steam here I want to talk about right now. Ron Young, thank you and hello. Thank you for all the comments in the chat, everybody. We're going to get started here, but one more move here. Maybe we can talk about NHL steam coming in here right now on the Carolina Hurricanes in their matchup tonight with the Florida Panthers. We're seeing steam here on Carolina at $1.35. They're going to be up here to $1.40 or $1.45 here right now. Taking the steam are the Carolina Hurricanes over the Florida Panthers. All right. All right, here we go. Let's go to the NFL. Let's start it off, shall we, with the Raiders and the Chiefs. I think you guys were talking. What are you guys saying in the chat there? Are you guys going to the game there in Kansas? Is that the one you're talking about? Or okay, the Raiders though on the road at Kansas City. We know how this one goes, right? Kansas City seemingly always a pretty heavy favorite in these games, and I don't know, they seem to not want to get it done half the time when they're laying these big points, but we know how this one goes. I mean, the Chiefs going to be a big 2-touchdown favorite here today against the silver and black, but mostly when you look at the Raiders and what they've been able to accomplish this season, if anything, at a 2-9 record, at least they have done pretty well in some division matchups. Right now, though, the Raiders just 2-4 against the spread as an underdog on the road so far this season. They have gone over in 8 of their last 10 games coming in. Raiders actually, of late, you think of their last couple of games, maybe they're a team of different halves here is what it feels like. But against Kansas City, is it going to really matter? They are 0-5 against the spread, are the Chiefs, in their last 5 games. I mean, they're just, it's funny, right? We almost take them for granted. They're not overrated, but they don't seem to want to cover any games. Now, these two teams did meet here in Las Vegas. Who got the money? The Raiders, 27-20 as an 8-point favorite. Chiefs have dominated the series, certainly winning 16 of the last 19 games overall, but Raiders are 4-5 in their last 9 trips to Arrowhead. That's sub 500, but they are just 2-7 straight up. So the series has gone over in 7 of the last 9 meetings between the teams here. Let's see what you guys are doing, if anything, right now. In the game of the Raiders and the Chiefs. All right. We've got here. I'm trying to get to the action here. Oh, they're going to the ECU game. Okay, gotcha. Raiders for Thomas. That's what's going to start us off here right now. Irish King wondering what we're doing with all this Friday football, but we know it's a semi-holiday today here. And thank you, Elliot. What a nice thing for you to say about your success yesterday. Felt like we were a little bit up and down, but maybe we were on the best games is what I felt like there. Trevor says, maybe, just maybe, this is the one, right, with Kansas City. I mean, come on, how many times can they continue to fail as a favorite? Thank you to Googly-Eyed Ring Girl here today. She's going to be on the ECU Pirates here in this one. KC will destroy the Raiders here today. Man, how about that? Can you really do it here with the can you really take the Chiefs? I don't think I can. I just think right now they just can't get the fortitude. They're almost walking through this situation here right now. And look, when you haven't lost, right? And you just think you can win every game, I guess, is just the way to look at it. I say haven't lost, but you know what I mean. They have a loss, but nonetheless, it doesn't seem like they're going to lose any more of these games. All right, a few more. Looking for your comments here. Robert on the Raiders. Trap God saying the Chiefs are awful. We know what he means. And we know the Chiefs aren't awful, right? But if you look at it, they're not living up to expectations. That's, funny how that is with the spread, right? All right, I'm not going to wait too much longer on this one. We're not going to get a consensus out of this for sure, but I'll be on the Raiders here in this one today. I got to try the Raiders. Plus these points here. Nasty Nate says the Chiefs will smash. Man, maybe I should have waited there. All right. Thomas says Chiefs win, Raiders cover. It does feel like that, probably be some, Look, here's the funny thing, right? Could be a 19-point lead for the Chiefs, and the Raiders can get that back door. Fernando going over here in this one. And Irish King says, if you know what, maybe it's 13.5. Maybe you just add another point or two if you want. But mostly 13s, some 13.5s out there right now. About 2/3 of the tickets are coming in on those big points with the Raiders here. I think one thing about the Raiders, and they're developing talent. Look, if they had a quarterback, obviously they'd be a little bit better off. Aiden O'Connell gets the start. It's not like he's inexperienced or anything anymore, right? He's been in there plenty of times. I think making his fifth start of the season. So Jermaine says they'll finally get it here. They'll get there today. Take the Chiefs. All right, gang. I'm on the Raiders here, and I think we'll just move on. Can't get too in-depth, I'm afraid, with so many games today. All right, a little bit of steam that just came in here right now. Let's keep it going because there's so many games. We won't get a chance to talk about all of them, but this gives us a chance to at least check out these market moves a little bit. How about Valpo today in their college basketball game here with DePaul? Valpo is taking the steam here against DePaul at 14 or so. Maybe it's going down to 13.5. Really? I mean, look, I respect Valpo a lot. Kind of think DePaul actually a little bit interesting right now this season. I mean, when are you seeing DePaul laying double digits here in the last few years? Not very often. And, maybe there's a little something to this DePaul team finally. Could they finally be kind of, getting it together here a little bit with their undefeated record? They're playing a good Valpo team, kind of an interesting matchup, right? But, man, seeing DePaul undefeated right now when, look, I don't care about the schedule at this point of the season. It is what it is. But I just think it's interesting to note, DePaul being able to roll through these teams here right now. Does feel like they're actually paying a little bit of a tax, but man, they're in a groove. Okay, let's go to, what are we going next? We're going to college football here, gang.
System playing.
Oh, we got a little more steam here is what we had, right? So the Valpo steam coming in there. Okay, Valpo. I thought there was another one we had here. Oh, 49ers and Bills. Look, gang, I got to break in right now. It's almost breaking news. Shout out to Jeff M here, but the move is coming in on the under right now. We've already saw last night. There were some high school games last night and Wednesday night up there in Buffalo. The snow's coming. It is coming. And right now that thing's at 44 or lower. I would think, whether you think over or not, the move is going to come in heavy here on the under. I mean, this thing, I would think we could see the weather bad enough that this thing could get down near 40 or so. You think of the struggles the 49ers have had going on the road, cross-country trip against Buffalo in a night game in Buffalo. Could we be heading for a postponement or a delay in this game even? Is it that bad? I want to get more info on it, but obviously the Bills here are a 7-point favorite. Total's being hit right now on the under, down to 43 at Bovada and Bet Online here, I think. Probably going to go lower. So sometimes when I read out the steam or something like this, right, you just play it. If you like the over, then you wait, and then it goes down to 3 more points. You got yourself not only a middle, but you got the best of the line. Just want to make it clear that it was really starting to come down there with wind the other night. I think late Wednesday into Thursday, and apparently more is on the way. So if you guys have a little more insight to that, let me know. That was something I was looking into last night, and I'm going to tell you right now that it is going on. All right. Thanks, gang. Damon Waring is here today. Nice to have Damon as well. You see, Trap God already knows as well. Nuke, good morning here as well. All right. Let's get to college football today. Man, it feels like it's just going to be picks almost here in a lot of these games. So hopefully I won't let you down too much here. If you have any preview information, go ahead in the chat here. Miami and Bowling Green coming up here early on. This one's at noon Eastern and 9 Pacific. I'll try to go a little bit slow so we can get our picks in here. Here's some college basketball steam coming in right now on North Texas. Today in their game, North Texas is playing Utah State. The steam already came in on the under in this game, down to from 137 to 136 at the time. Here now is North Texas taking steam against Utah State at 12:30 Eastern or 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific at that NIT tip-off in Kissimmee, Florida. North Texas taking steam here right now, college basketball. All right. Miami of Ohio and Bowling Green. Here's some steam coming in right now in college basketball. Texas laying a big number today, and they're taking action here right now in their game on the extra board here against Delaware State. Texas was a 32-point favorite. They're going to be 33.5 or higher here. Texas is taking steam right now in their game against Delaware State at home tonight. Texas at home against Delaware State. Miami of Ohio and Bowling Green. Will we ever get to it? Miami of Ohio, they're 1-3 against the spread on the road this season. These two teams definitely playing a lot of unders here right now, but the steam came in on the let me see. No, I didn't have any really reported steam here, but you look at these two teams, they are hardcore unders this season. Bowling Green 3-8 to the under, 1-7 to the under as a favorite. I would think this one has a strong chance to go under. I would think everyone's already going under. I didn't want to give it out on the show, so I've actually got Miami of Ohio here, plus the points. Both teams come in 7-4. This is a pretty big matchup here in the MAC today. So I'm going to take the points here in what should be a pretty good game, it feels like, today with these two teams. And I'm going to take the dog here in this one. Coming up here, got some college basketball steam with, not to confuse anyone, with Weber State and Bowling Green. Steam coming in here right now in this one with Weber State and Bowling Green down here to 145. I don't know if I'm buying it today, but that's where the move is headed, from 146 to 145 here, Weber State and Bowling Green. All right, Miami of Ohio and Bowling Green, though. We'll say this: Bowling Green 6-2 straight up as a favorite. Miami of Ohio has not been able to win as an underdog this season. All right. Googly-eyed girl says take Bowling Green here. First half, full game parlay. Bowling Green -3. Robert McCormick likes Miami here with me. He also likes the under here. Yeah, that total keeps going under there, right? I couldn't give it out. I took it earlier in the week at right when it came out, pretty much at 43.5 in this game. Where did I get that, by the way? I should note that here. Let's see. Man, okay. Yeah, in fact, it was a little bit higher. It opened at 44.5 at FanDuel, at Bet Rivers, and SIA had it at 43.5 there. And Bet Rivers had a 43.5 up there. And look at this thing. And it has been all overwhelming action from the Sharps on the under all week in this one. What's it like, Thomas? Is there some weather issues going on there too? Probably, maybe there. All right. Let's see here. Duke can't do it. He says it's going too low now, and he's got to go over here in this one. Then we got Joe's play here. He's going to jump the gun on me a little bit. I think it's actually – let me just move on to the next game here with Joe, because I've actually skipped Oklahoma State and Colorado today, and also that first game, Ball State and Ohio. I have premium picks if you're interested. Please check me out there over at Winnable. All right, so Joe's got our play here in this one, I think, with Minnesota and Wisconsin. He's been touting this one all week, so Joe's got a strong one here with in the game for the Axe. And Joe says here it's the F you're under play of the day, Wisconsin Badgers here in this one. Yes, he's got Wisconsin here as the pick. Thank you, Joe. I will take the under here in this game. It might be our preview right now is just going to be to make the pick here at this point. But just the fact that we got Joe's play here, I think it makes it feel a little bit special that we were able to get some info out on this game. Joe's pick is the pick. I'm going to write down Joe right here. And I do have a premium pick on this one, if you know what I mean, Joe, over there at winnable.com. So please check it out if you can. But do have right now Minnesota about a 1-point favorite here. What do I have listed on the screen here? Yeah, Minnesota by 1.5, total 41 here in this one. Look, Minnesota's gotten the best of this so far with their great spread record, 5-1 as a favorite against the spread. Wisconsin just 2-5 against the spread as a dog. Minnesota's been a great cover team this year. Wisconsin has not. That's for sure. To support what Joe is saying here, though, for Wisconsin, maybe their best role is the fact that they've covered a few here of late. But all right, let's take a look here. Joe said it. You know, he's on his team. Make it clear here. Here's Ring Girl on Wisconsin, and Thomas is on the under here. Trap God on Whiskey. Joe says they're going bowling with the win here. Thomas is on Wisconsin as well. All right, we better move on, I guess, from this one. I've got the under as my play here. Look, it was as high as 44, and now it's 41. Can't give that one out as a premium play. And Thomas says, look out. This one is consensus play number 1 on Wisconsin. Was anybody on Minnesota there? Robert likes the over here now with that thing going way down like it is. I will say, handicappers, they were favoring Wisconsin here in my survey of my friends, but just by about a 5-3 margin. Man, we got to go fast. What am I doing? Hey, Oregon State and Boise State. Oh, you might as well play this one in the morning. here in Boise. You know, we know it's still a morning game, no matter how you look at it. Boise here. Uh, at home in this one, and they're a big 17-point favorite, 18-point favorite now here for the most part, total of 58. Look, you know how Boise does it, right? I mean, they got the best rushing attack pretty much in the country. And you know what happens when you got running game? You've got that clock ticking. Now, it hasn't stopped Boise here this season with a 4-1 to the over at home, but Oregon State is 1-2-1 to the under on the road, and maybe just maybe is Boise State definitely having a little bit of problem getting some of the numbers. Oregon State's been bad against the number this season, but maybe this matchup, you know, how Oregon State's played kind of a funky schedule here this year, and they are coming off that win over Washington State as an 11-point dog. Boise was not able to cover 22.5 against Wyoming in a 17-13 game. I'm just going to take the under here in this one with Oregon State and Boise State. All right, Deshaun G's here today. He likes Oklahoma today. Maybe he means let's see, what game is he talking about there? Is that pass? I'm not sure. I got to move on. Here's Thomas on Oregon State and Trap God there. I think it's 10 o'clock, right? Or maybe are they Pacific? I thought it was Mountain. I don't know. All right, let's move on. I've got a under here in Oregon State and Boise State. Here's that Navy. What else do I need to say? I think you guys have said everything there is to say, at least in this game, a little bit as far as what you feel about it. I don't know if you guys, you know, breaking it down necessarily, but this one, Navy and East Carolina, I have a premium pick in this game. So I saw you guys with plenty of picks here in this one. I don't know if we can get a consensus out of it, but no one hearing from our chat, it sounds like East Carolina is kind of a consensus play for you guys here in this one. Showing right now a 2-point spread here, it looks like, for East Carolina. The total is down to 54.5, I think, here. But now is your chance if you want to reiterate your support for the Panthers here. Both teams pretty good in this role, right? East Carolina 4-1 against the spread at home this year. Funny they made a coach, right? I mean, how their season has kind of evolved here, but the coaching change has made a huge difference here with their 4-game winning streak right now. They've been hot at covering numbers. Navy hasn't been as solid of late, and they're just 1-2 as an underdog against the spread this season. They are 3-1 against the spread, however, on the road. See, you guys are going to say a few more things here. Yeah, Deshaun, but I think that game is tomorrow, right, with Oklahoma? That's not today, right? I know what you were saying. I know you were taking Oklahoma, but I think it's a game tomorrow, and we're previewing today's action here. Here's Robert Franklin on ECU. Here's Thomas on ECU here. All right. Jermaine wants to go under here in this one. And also, let's see here. Googly-eyed says all over the Pirates here. Here's Robert McCormick on the under as well. And, okay, here's another consensus play. The widely reported steam was on East Carolina in this game for sure, but it looks like right now at 2.5, that's definitely a move to note. All right, Lee Anthony says, don't forget, he says, Navy quarterback not making this game. And, you know, the one thing about Navy, yeah, if you do miss some personnel here, I don't know if that's the case, though, right? Oh, all right. I don't have time to necessarily refer to that. You know where to get your in-depth picks here. And Googly-eyed likes ECU as well here. All right. Well, I got to make a call. If you guys are going with the consensus pick here on East Carolina, I'll probably just pivot here to the total in this way. Well, you guys also like the under here, but I think I got to go over with these two right now. Sorry, gang. Appreciate the comments there. Robert, you guys like the under here. 3-4-0. I think it was 4-0 on the under. So I think I'm just totally opposite. But look, Elliot says I came back for this game over. He'll bet anyone 1K. That I think he's talking. I don't know if he's talking about this game, but I think he is, and I like the over too. Actually, all right, here we go. Next up, Texas State and South Alabama here with a pretty good game, actually. Right, with these two teams right now, you got Texas State 6-5, and South Alabama also 6-5, but just a closely rated game here. And there was some steam that came in that I missed in basketball. Maybe this is a good spot for it with this game here. Actually, hockey steam came in here on the Lightning and the Predators. Game to go under here tonight with Tampa Bay and Nashville at 6.5. It's probably going to go down to 6 here with Tampa Bay and Nashville. We're seeing steam to the under in that one. Also, college basketball with Iona and Tarleton State. Game total moving under here right now in this one with Iona and Tarleton State. It was 137, probably heading down here to 136 or so right now with Iona and Tarleton. They were talking Tarleton last night on the show. All right. Texas State here going up against South Alabama. The widely reported steam did come in on Texas State here. They're a 1-point favorite or so in this one. And the total here now at 61. The widely reported steam did come in on the over, but this one was higher, if I'm not mistaken, at 62.5. Now, but down to 61. So I'm going to take the over here, actually, in this one. USA is pardon me. I'm so happy. 4-1 to the over at home this season. They are 0-4 to the under as an underdog, but this one's closely rated for the most part. I'm going over in Texas State and South Alabama. Keep your comments coming in, please. Oh, Deshaun basketball. Oh, God. See how it's going, Deshaun? I mean, I can't even keep it straight. Joe does like an over here. That should be noted. Elliot likes ECU here. And Franklin says the quarterback is definitely out, so take ECU and under here in that other game. That's what I was thinking, Nunya, right? Because that's how Navy runs it pretty much with their quarterbacks. A next man up type of scenario, but don't want to be missing a guy with that kind of experience. Googly-eyed says ECU. I mean, Ring Girl likes this one. I mean, about the 5th time she's mentioned it. She loves that game. All right. I guess that's it there, gang. With this one, Texas State and South Alabama, I'm on the over. Keep going in college football here. This is a hot one here, certainly with Liberty and Sam going at it here. Sam is a very popular play among handicappers here today. Right now, Liberty is a favorite at 2.5. The total 47.5 here in this one. 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific on CBS Sports Network. All right. For me here in this one, look, the two teams, very strong, straight up records here. Both teams 8-3, or no, Sam Houston's 8-3. Liberty is at 8-2, I believe. Sam has been a better team covering the spread this season, but Liberty has been just awful. We know that. Covering numbers 3-7 overall, 3-6 ATS is a favorite. 1-3 against the spread on the road coming into this one. I got a premium pick here on the side, so I did pivot to the total here on the show. Sam Houston is 0-4 to the under at home this season, 3-8 to the under overall. Liberty, nothing too descript about their totals here in this one. Just the fact they don't really cover games on the road. That's pretty much what it is. And I'm going to take the under here with Liberty and Sam at 47.5. And a few more plays here for you guys on that other, let's see. Talking a little Tarleton up there. Nunya talking Tarleton. Oh, here we go. Sam for Thomas. He's on Sam. Nunya liked Tarleton as well. And Curtis liking the over. Thank you for being here, Curtis. Appreciate you very much. And good morning to Tom Regard in the chat. All right, I'm on the under here in Liberty and Sam. Curtis on the over, though. All right, here we go with Nebraska taking on Iowa here in this one. In the Corn Bowl. What do they call this one? Children of the Corn. Iowa here, a 3-point favorite against the Huskers tonight. And the total here is at 39.5. I heard of Ragu going with over last night in this game. Thought, kind of interesting, right? Because when you think of the matchup, you might automatically gravitate to the under here, right, with these two teams. But it's been a little different this season here for Iowa right now. For Iowa here, they are 22-16 in their last 38 games coming off of win. They have won 8 of the last 9 meetings between these two teams, but just 5-4 against the spread. Now, some of those matchups, I think they were a little bit higher of a favorite. Last season's matchup, however, finished just 13-10 as Iowa got the win and the money as a dog in Lincoln. Last meeting here, however, Iowa was upset by Nebraska, 24-17. Nebraska was a 10.5-point dog, though, in that game, and not only got the win, but they got that cover, of course. The widely reported steam did come in on Nebraska here in this one. It also came in on the under. This one was as high as 40.5, but now we're at 39.5. I'm going to take Iowa here to cover this number. It was lower for sure at 5.5 was the opener here at Bovada. Mostly 3.5 when it finally came to market. DraftKings opened it at South Point here opened it at 6. I'm going to lay it with Iowa here. Lay the points. See what you guys have here right now. Here is Trap God going with Iowa. Yeah, no problem, Jermaine. On a day like this, you put your picks in there at any time. I just couldn't figure out what I was looking at with so many games myself. I was just confused. Robert likes the over here. And see what else here. Wine time. He got a bad line, but you know what? He did what you're supposed to do. I'm getting a better line now. I'm going to put more on it. As we say, don't be a moron. Put more on it. All right. I think that might be it for you guys. Oh, here's Robert McCormick here on Iowa here in this one. All right, I'm on Iowa as well. And how we looking over there in that PFL? Didn't go under, I guess, huh? They're going the distance. All right, we'll get ready for the next one. Georgia Tech and Georgia. Look, this one has been unanimous, it feels like, for handicappers in the industry. Man, Georgia Tech is a very popular play among handicappers here today, getting these big points from Georgia. We know what's on the line for Georgia certainly here, and yeah, they're going to be more than a 2-touchdown favorite in this one. But hey, Georgia doesn't cover spreads very well. Georgia Tech doesn't either, but it's just because these are two different, teams here right now. It feels like Georgia Tech's really had some nice momentum and come in with a 7-4 record. Georgia at 9-2, but Georgia Tech hasn't been great against the spread either. but they've won 2 in a row here over NC State and Miami. Remember that exciting game over Miami? And you have a Georgia Tech here team that, I don't know, their defense has been pretty sharp. They've gone under in all 5 of their games as an underdog this season. And, that includes a couple of wins as an underdog. Georgia is 3-2 to the over at home, but for me, I got to go under here at 51.5. It's gone down 3 points here from 54.5, but I'm going to take the under here with Georgia and Georgia Tech here tonight. I think if you look at right now what we're seeing here from Georgia Tech, this rapid improvement, it feels like to me. Yeah, they lost to Virginia Tech, they lost to Notre Dame, but to be, still here with a pretty strong record overall at 7-4 coming in this rivalry game, I'm going to take the under here. You guys have anything Georgia and Georgia Tech? We've got Thomas on Georgia Tech. Also, we did see the first kind of the candidate list for. Oh man, I wish I had it here right now. Actually, Tech says take Georgia's team total over. Jermaine says I'm ready for that steam, and Robert is on Georgia Tech. All right, let's get it here. Nuke, you probably. What are you looking at the first quarter spread there, Nuke? Jermaine says, well, the dogs are barking, meaning the dogs are the dogs. All right, here comes that steam. Right now, let's see what it was on here. Appalachian State taking steam. College basketball here today. This is extra board game here with App State taking on Colgate at noon Eastern and 9 Pacific. Appalachian State was a 1-point dog. They might be a 1-point favorite here right now, App State. All right, keep it moving here in college football. No, that's it. That's all I've previewed here in college football today. Let's go to the NBA, shall we? I think we can get through all this. I had everything ready to go here. Knicks and Hornets. I've skipped a few NBA games today with the heavy card, but if you need me to go back and maybe look at something, let me know. Knicks and Hornets. We know that LaMelo is out of this game, and that's caused this spread to rise here pretty dramatically. Was open here by as low as 8 points, as some of these lines came out pretty early with the holiday yesterday and no games. So right now the Knicks are up to a 12.5-point favorite for the most part. It did go to 13, but mostly down to 12.5. The Hornets actually took the steam, and that was part of the cause, I think, here to make that spread go down. Total here at 222.5 or so. Here on some widely reported steam, it was as high as 227.5, but again, that situation with LaMelo Ball is what kind of caused it to go under here. I'm going to end up here. I'm going to take a double action here. I'm going to take the Knicks and the under in a blowout here in this one. First game up here at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. So I'll go with Knicks and under here for a double play combo, tease it, parlay it. Oh, did I have the spread wrong in the Georgia Tech game? Is that what it was? Okay. What did I have it? Oh, I had it at 18 and it was 7. Is that what you guys are saying? Sorry about that, fam. Oh, let me at least put that back up there correctly and show that again. That was a typo there for sure. All right, here we go. Let me bring it up again. It was supposed to be 17 is what it was, I think, because you guys are showing some 19s, but we're definitely seeing this one down more towards 17.5 and 18 right now. A couple books have 18.5 still, so there it is. Thank you, guys. I just missed the 1 there, I think is what it was. All right, so the Knicks and the under for me here. All right. Next up, this one's getting a lot of attention from handicappers here with the Cavaliers and the Hawks. The spread's definitely gone down from the number that I typed in there on screen just a couple of hours ago. as we see the Cavaliers here now favored by about 5.5, and the total at down to 245. Everyone's expecting a big revenge factor here in this one. It's been a popular play among handicappers. It's probably the most hyped up play of the day, it feels like, between these two teams, and people are willing to still. The move is on the Hawks. Make no mistake, the widely reported steam did come in on the Hawks. So if you're into value land, maybe that's where you could go here in this one. But maybe the Hawks at home, maybe they found their team that they want to play. We know the Cavs, they only lost the 2 games so far this season, including the one the other night to the Hawks, in what was a high scoring game that the Hawks just had a lot of success winning 135 to 124. Hawks have actually won the last 2 meetings between the two teams, but the Hawks are 2-7 against the spread at home this season. Cleveland 6-2 on the road here. I feel like I just want to take Cleveland and be very, very square here, getting a discount on the line. Cleveland, one of the best teams in the league here. I'm going to take them. I mean, call me square. Maybe the Hawks will find a way. Maybe it'll be a close game here. But look, the Hawks are still 8-11 straight up this season. So down to 5.5. I'm going to try. Trae Young is probable in this game tonight. He's the one that's kind of had the injury designation in this one. And I imagine you guys I think you guys will be on the Cavs with me, but maybe I'm just thinking too square in this one. Maybe it is supposed to be the Hawks. The Sharps are on the Hawks. The handicappers are on the Cavs. All right. Thank you, Robert, for that on that other game. Thomas is going to take Cleveland here. Fernando's on the under. Robert's going to take Cleveland here as well.
Team play.
And let's see here. Ring Girl says Knicks won't cover that game. Okay, here's Robert on the Cavs and the under. All right. Thank you, gang. Let's keep it rolling here right now. Steam play just came in just seconds ago on Long Island. Here, Long Island taking points on the extra board against Lafayette. We just saw Long Island plus 4.5 take some steam, probably down to 4, maybe 3.5 here at this point. Long Island taking the steam here on the show. Next up, we did skip. Oh, no, we didn't. I listed this one too. Grizzlies minus 11 against the Pelicans. All right. Well, you do have the Grizzlies here at 12-7. The Pelicans, one of the worst in the league, certainly here at 4-15 coming in. They're on a big losing streak here right now. Memphis has won 4 straight, kind of coinciding with the return of Morant, even though he didn't even have to play last game, or did take the game off, I believe, but still was able to, keep winning right now. Memphis here. And they are laying a pretty big number here right now at 11.5. Total here probably at about 230.5. The widely reported steam did come in on the over in this game, but New Orleans is just 3-7 to the under in their last 10 games. Grizzlies have been pretty much a steady over team here this season, but for me, I'm going to go to the total here in this one, and I am going to end up on the under here with the Pelicans and the Grizzlies here. New Orleans is kind of a long-term under team, actually. Mentioned their unders this year, but still kind of dates back to last year too. 17 of their last 25 games on the road have gone under, and New Orleans here has gone under, as I said, in not only 6 of their last 8, probably is even a little bit more precise. So give me the under here with the Pelicans and the Grizzlies tonight.
Good play.
Take a look here and see if we got anything in this one. Thank you, E-Rock. Nice to have you here today, my brother. Great to have you here in the chat, actually. Thomas taking the under here. And Jermaine here, he's on LIU. Like that. Jermaine taking Memphis here to keep it rolling. And I think what we're going to see, what we saw from Morant is, just a scheduled day off. There is what it felt like, because he's probable in this one tonight. And Brandon Ingram's been the one to watch on the injury list. He is questionable in the game here, and may actually have going to be a little bit close, I think, to make the lineup here. Actually, Robert McCormick on Memphis. Thomas likes Morant's assist here tonight. All right, this one's getting a lot of attention here. Let me get some steam in here in college basketball. Gonzaga and Davidson, steam to the over here right now with Gonzaga and Davidson. We're seeing this one headed over 153.5 or higher here right now. It was 152, but we're seeing steam to the over with Gonzaga and Davidson tonight. This one at the Battle for Atlantis, the late game. Clippers and Timberwolves. We've seen a lot of action here in this one. Oh, did I have another? No, that's it. All right. Clippers here. I'm so sketchy right now with all these games, gang. Wolves are up to a 6-point favorite here in this one. The Clippers are getting plenty of attention from handicappers, but it does feel like they're kind of split. Look, I've been on the Clippers quite a bit here so far this season. I've been on the unders. That's the way to go. I mean, when you're talking about these Clippers games, Timberwolves struggling right now with a 4-game losing streak here of late, losing to the Kings, Houston, Boston, and Toronto. The Wolves are just 6-12 against the spread so far this season. Clippers are 13-7. Clippers are taking the attention of handicappers by about a 3-2 ratio. Steam came in on the Timberwolves and the over here, which flies in the face of what the Clippers have been doing. Clippers are 7-12-1 to the under here so far. I'm taking the Wolves actually here and laying the points. Look, I've been on the Clippers, but tonight I'm going to be on the Timberwolves here in this one. See if you guys want to do anything here. Thomas is on the Clippers. Roberts on the Clippers. Clippers is going to be pretty popular here, it feels like, with how successful they've been, but I'm going to be against them here. Curtis is on the Wolves here with me. Nunya's talking college basketball in the chat. And Steam coming in here right now on an added board game with. This is actually, I believe, a football. Yeah, this is the right-in game. This is interesting to note. The Alabama A&M, Florida A&M game. Total steaming here to the over at 56 or so right now. Steam coming in. Alabama A&M, Florida A&M. Popular game here with those two teams today. That one is a right-in game, I believe. Or no, it's the extra board game. All right. Think we got enough here on this one with the Clippers and the Wolves. Not much. We don't even have much on it, but I'm taking the Wolves anyway. All right, the Magic and the Nets here in this one, and the Nets have been our moneymaker here, it feels like, all season long, and now they're on a winning streak at 3 in a row. Now Orlando's won 4 in a row here, doing pretty well, but Brooklyn here, they've been, both teams are money, it feels like, right? You have Orlando 10-3 against the spread as a favorite. Brooklyn 11-3 against the spread as an underdog. I will say the one thing about the two teams though here is that Orlando is 4-7 against the spread on the road. It's a complete dichotomy pretty much, because they are 8-1 against the spread at home. Now Brooklyn is just 4-3 against the spread at home, but like I said, pretty strong here as an underdog. So I think laying points here. Look, Orlando, like I said, have won 4 in a row, beating the Bulls, beating the Hornets, beating Detroit, beating the Lakers here of late. But Brooklyn, that winning streak includes victories on the road over the Suns, over the Warriors, over the Kings. Now they are returning home for their first game, but hey, they got to spend Thanksgiving at home. I know everyone says, hey, that first game is always the toughest, but doesn't matter. Brooklyn's been covering numbers here. I'm going to take Brooklyn here in a battle of money-making teams, I guess you could call it. Irish King, Wolves, first quarter and first half. Jermaine says this one's going to be a stuffer here. You see the total here in this one, 211.5 or so. It's down to 209, actually. He says Brooklyn will have trouble against Orlando tonight. Well, I'm still taking Brooklyn plus these points here. All right, let's see what else here. Robert says Wolves are 3-7 last 10. Out of the 3 wins, 1 was by, am I saying it right? You guys just read it. Robert's on Brooklyn here, and Robert McCormick is on Brooklyn as well. All right. Pistons and Pacers here in this one. The Pistons on the road here. Pistons come in 8-12. The Pacers come in at 9-10. Everyone worried about the status of Cade Cunningham. He might be on the improve here and ready to go, it feels like, in this one. Here is listed as questionable currently, but the Pacers are the ones that also have major injury concerns, right? You got Naismith out of this one. You got Nembhard out of this game as well. So it almost feels like it's the Pacers that have the injury woes here in this one. Now, neither of these teams are very good at covering the spread. We know that. The Pacers are just 3-7 and 1 against the spread as a favorite, and they've been struggling here to cover numbers of late. Even on this 3-game winning streak, they failed to cover as a favorite against Portland and New Orleans. Maybe a similar team to the Pistons, maybe not quite similar to the Pistons, actually. But the Pistons are not terrific against the spread, but they are 7-5-1 against the spread on the road. The widely reported steam did come in on the over here, and right now it's sitting at probably 229. I don't know if it's even moved that high, despite the Sharps maybe hitting that total to the over. It's been Indiana that's been a big-time over this season. They've gone over in 7 of their 9 games at home. Detroit's just 4-7 to the under on the road. I'm going to take the Pistons here, plus the points against Indiana in this one. These two have already met once this season. The Pacers got the win by 6 points as a 5-point favorite. That was on the road in Detroit. We obviously see Detroit much improved right away from that one. So I'm going to take the Pistons plus the points here in this one. Robert is on the Pistons here. Thomas is on the Pistons as well. AOD, I don't know if he's on the Pistons, but he might be. That's his team after all. And I'm on the Pistons too. How about that? All right, that probably is 3 or 4 votes there, but let's see here. Let's keep it moving right now. We'll come back to that with the Celtics. I skipped over the Raptors and the Heat gang, but I think I didn't make a graphic for it anyway. I'll just blurt it out. I'm on the Raptors here as my play on the show against Miami here. It's been bad, we know, for Toronto, but for whatever reason, they always get the money. It feels like they were getting 7 points or so from the Heat. It's probably up to 8 right now. I was going to play it as a premium, but feels like I've got every game listed here. Let me take the Raptors in the game against the Heat. Heat are 2-5 against the spread at home. The Raptors are 13-6 against the spread as an underdog, 7-4 against the spread on the road. I'll take the Raptors there. And sorry I didn't put a graphic up there, gang, but Nasty Nate likes the Celtics to crush here in the Bulls game. And Tex says, if Cade's in, I'm on the Pistons. Jermaine likes Tatum's prop to go under here. And Tex Styles likes the Raptors in the game against the Heat. All right. And let's preview this one here a little bit with the Celtics on the road against the Bulls. And, these high totals, it does feel like, the mediocre teams, when the total is rated very, very high, it does seem to go over, it feels like. But when you got the quality team in there, like the Celtics, it feels like that's when it stays under. So the Steam came in on the under in this one. It's still at 243 here. Some books opened it considerably lower. DraftKings opened it 238.5. So for me, though, I am going to actually take the under in this one. The Steam came in on the under here, but it's not reflected in the line, certainly. Look, the Bulls have gone over. They're the big over team. They've gone over in 11 of 18 games as an underdog, 11-7 to the over. But the Celtics are 3-6 to the under on the road. I'm going to take the under here as my play with the Celtics and the Bulls. Celtics here, obviously, on a roll right now, big-time winning streak. Bulls have been alternating wins and losses here of late. They're off a loss at Orlando, 133, right? 133 to 119 there. When they did play, if I had to look at their recent schedule, maybe the best team they played was Milwaukee, and that one was 122 to 106. It was on the road, but you look at Boston here. They allowed just 94 points to the Clippers last time out. They held Washington to 96. I know they're dealing with a different situation here against the Bulls, but I'm going to try the under. All right. See what else we have here. Mike says, who was Nate on, right? We know. Did we see Celtics second quarter? I don't know if I saw Celtics second quarter. Robert's going under here. Thomas might be going under there. Robert McCormick is on the Celtics. All right. Next up, Thunder and Lakers here in this one with the Thunder on the road. This one's the Thunder are up to almost a 2-point favorite now at some spots. Total sitting here pretty much at 231. It feels like was 229.5. Got the Lakers coming in here 11-7. We know these Lakers are producing some overs for sure here of late. Right now, however, Lakers just 5-4 to the over here at home. Lakers coming off a win, just 119 to 101 over. I said they were producing overs. These are all unders of late, actually. 119 to 101, beat up on the Spurs to snap a 3-game losing streak. The Thunder have won 3 straight, looking pretty good against the Warriors, against Sacramento, and against Portland, and they've been holding teams down for sure defensively here, but I don't think the Lakers are going to allow that to happen as far as the tempo. It might not be to their benefit to do so, but you see the total high here, and OKC playing strong defense. I think to me that equals an over actually at 231. It just feels a little high. I wanted to play it over at let's see what the low openers were. Wasn't too much lower than this. I know handicappers are all over the Thunder in this one. The Lakers took the steam, but that's not the way it's going anymore. Seems like it's been a move to the Thunder here. I'm going to try the over with the Lakers and the Thunder tonight. I feel like I'm on an island, though, there. Thomas is on the Lakers. Robert is on the Lakers. Fernando is with me, though, on that over. Philly Eagle Flyers got some soccer action here today. It's be our first soccer reference of the day, but we do have quality domestic league action.
Critical notice.
Here with EPL, Serie A, La Liga, Bundesliga, all of the one-game features this afternoon. All right. Lakers to win, LBJ triple-double. Here's LeBron's assist over. And Robert McCormick is on the Lakers here as well. All right. And the last game was the Kings and the Blazers. I kind of left that one off the schedule. Both teams are, I think it's the only game with 2 teams that are sub 500 in the NBA here today. But we did report that widely reported steam on the over in the Kings and the Blazers game, but I didn't really do anything with it. Sancho here on the Lakers. So a lot of support there for the Lakers. in the chat. But we couldn't come up with any consensus in the NBA tonight. All right. Is that right? No consensus plays from you guys in the NBA. Let's go to the NHL. Try our luck there, shall we? Huge card. I think I've got them all previewed, but we'll try to get through it. It's just going to be plays here pretty much, it feels like. Let's roll it with the Rangers and the Flyers. We talked about that steam that came in just a short time ago on the Flyers here in this one as an underdog coming in. So we'll see. Flyers 10-10-3, Rangers at 12-8-1. Rangers on a losing streak here right now, losing to Carolina. They lost to St. Louis. They lost to Edmonton. They lost to Calgary. So a little bit of a rough time of it here of late for the Rangers. The Flyers here coming in off of a win over Nashville, 3-2 on the road here. For me, let me see what this total is right here, but and also let's fire up the goalie computer. There we go. All right. For me in this one, I'm going to end up on the under here at 6.5. Right now, the line sits at 6.5 under 20 right now. And I should at least correct that Rangers line to $1.45 or so. And a total 6.5 under 20. There we go. All right. The Flyers are 5-7 to the under at home here. So I'm going to just end up, I'm getting that word now, Horvath, officially out. You guys had it first in the chat. I'm a little bit slow with my critical notice over here. You guys talked about it, but it was the information on Horvath officially ruled out here in that game today. So that's why I didn't have it like you guys did. You guys were all over it here. All right. Hey, we got a bout coming up right now in the PFL. I think I might have a play for you here. Let me check it out. We've got a live bout coming up right now on ESPN Plus with El Hazume. These guys are making their way into the ring here right now. This one is El Hazume. See if I can get this one right here. Make sure I give you the right information. There's a ton of fights going on here.
Steam playing.
Okay. Want to make sure I get this right, gang. The bantamweight bout. Okay, here it is. Because you might see it listed in your book as Rashid El Hazume or also Rashid Haas. And I like this underdog here, Rashid Haas against Ali Talib. Right now, Haas is at a huge price here, plus $3 or more here right now, but going to take a shot on this underdog here in this one. Rashid Haas against Ali Talib. So we've got Haas, might be listed in your book under his full name there, but this is a pretty live underdog here for such a big price here today. So we're going to go with Haas here. Look, you could also try maybe fight not to go the distance. That way, if Talib, the $5 favorite, does win here, should be some excitement in this one here as we're in these title fights here with the winner getting $100,000. So these are pretty good bouts here right now. This one at 135, and I've got a big underdog here, Rashid Haas, at plus $3. It was plus 230, so a lot of steam definitely coming in here on Talib. He's up to minus 420. And I'm showing Haas here. You can get him at plus 350 or higher here right now. Okay. Hopefully we got a nice underdog here and in this matchup. All right. Shesterkin here and Fedotov. See what you guys have here in this one. I'm going to bring it up right now, and I got to keep this show moving here. All right. Yeah, no, neither goalie confirmed here at this point, but looks like kind of a mismatch here on the road here for the Rangers. But yeah, Fedotov, 3-4-1 record. Hasn't been that great, certainly. Igor, what can you say? It might not be performing up to expectations here right now, but maybe these guys can turn it around in a division matchup here. I want to take the under in this game, and that's what I'm going to do here. I don't even know if I can sell you on it with the way Shesterkin's got a 3.18 goals against average right now. And so hasn't been that swift actually for Shesterkin here of late. So these goalies definitely don't have the numbers here at this time, but to me, I'm kind of playing the market here a little bit. I'm going to end up on the under here in this one. 6 of the last 7 meetings between these two teams have gone under. The Flyers have gone under in 4 of their last 5 games. So I'm going to try the under here at a 6.5. Like I said, it was 6.5. Now it's starting to get juiced to the under. Someone's playing under out there. See what you guys have here. Sancho's on the Rangers. And here's Philly Eagle Flyer with his selections. First period under for 1.5. Flyers money line. Robert Franklin likes a regulation draw. And that might be it in that one. Yeah, sorry, Nate. I'm a little late to the party here. They haven't started, though, yet. But all right. Blackhawks and Wild are next here with the Wild. Big favorite here, 230 or so. The Wild are 14-4-4. The Blackhawks 8-12-2 coming into this one. The Wild have won 5 straight meetings against the Blackhawks here of late. Minnesota's also won 12 of the last 13 games between these two teams. It's been pretty much utter domination here for a while with these two. Is a big series here for Minnesota dominating the Blackhawks here of late. And man, I'm just probably going to lay the puck line here in this one with Minnesota against the Blackhawks. If you guys play it, let me know. Ron says, give me the Wild and the over. Curtis is on the puck line here as well. I'm not willing to get out of line necessarily in this one. Chicago's been going under quite a bit here of late, no doubt about that. They've gone under in 5 straight road games here right now, and I'm probably willing to look that way, but I'm going to take the puck line here as my play. Okay, they're underway in that bout. Let's move on here. Here's an under for Philly Eagle Flyer. Robert Franklin is on the Blackhawks. Thank you to the chat all-stars. Next up, we're going fast here. Sorry, gang. Canucks and Sabres going here in this one. You got the Canucks here on the road. They're going to be a slight favorite here in this one tonight against the Sabres here. Vancouver, man, they've been good on the road. Haven't they been strong on the road? They're 11-7-3 overall. Sabres come in 11-10-1 right now. 6 of the last 7 meetings between these two teams here in Buffalo have gone over. Buffalo's covered the puck line in 5 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams, but you're going to have to lay a hefty price here at this point with Vancouver just a slight favorite. But man, Vancouver on the road has been so solid right now. What has gotten into them is what it feels like with these two. And Talib ended this guy. So maybe with that under there, he just ended it here in the first round to beat our underdog pick, but did kind of say maybe here to go doesn't go the distance, kind of at least even things out there. But what a sudden finish here right now for Talib, the $4 favorite here with the win over Rashid Haas. That's okay. I was looking to take some dogs here on this card. All right, let's continue on here right now. Let me make a play here in this one with the Canucks and the Sabres. I'm going to try the Canucks here. Keep that road momentum going. Give me Vancouver in this one. All right, here we go. Vancouver for Robert. Here's Ron Young, Canucks and over. Robert Franklin is on the Canucks here as well. And Curtis went with Buffalo. Moving on here now. Next up, Devils and the Red Wings here with Devils. Going to be a big favorite here on the road with Markstrom in net. You got Detroit coming in here right now as a 190 favorite in this one over the Red Wings here. Red Wings 10-10-2. New Jersey 15-8-2 coming in. Red Wings a 2-game winning streak right now coming in. They beat Calgary. They beat the Islanders here for New Jersey. They're coming off a 3-0 shutout loss against St. Louis. The Devils are taking some action here from handicappers. They seem to be the popular play here right now. New Jersey, definitely an under team here of late, 4-7-1 to the under on the road. Detroit, 4-7 to the under at home. I'm taking New Jersey here on the puck line to smash against the Red Wings here. These two teams met already once this season in Detroit here, and Detroit got the win 5-3. But I'm going to try New Jersey today in the matchup. New Jersey's been solid on the road with a 9-4 road record so far this season, and maybe a little bit of even money here in this one. See what you guys have here right now. Let's take a look at plays from you guys with the Devils and the Red Wings. Here's Curtis Mann is going to take the Red Wings here. Robert is on the Red Wings as well. Philly Eagle Flyer likes the Devils. Ron Young says the under here. Jermaine wants to take the Devils on the puck line. I'm doing it. Here's Philly Eagle Flyer. Devils team total over. Robert Franklin likes a first period over. A great selection of plays from the chat All-Stars. Steam came in right now on a game that, well, let me see. We're going to preview it here in just a second, but I got to at least get it out to you. Steam coming in here on the Islanders and the Capitals game to go over. I think it's probably a 6 right now. And let's take a look here. Devils and, Flames and Blue Jackets. It was... what did I say? Islanders and Capitals, it's now 6 under 20. Maybe there was some 5.5s out there, but the total right now at 6. Under that Flames and Blue Jackets game we just saw. Man, you guys. We just saw Steam come in on the Islanders and the Capitals game to go over. Islanders, Capitals over was the Steam. Okay, sorry about that. Let's see here right now. I think we just had one other Steam play come in college basketball. Jack, nope. Let's keep it rolling, gang. Okay. Devils money line is a consensus play. Wow. Okay, gotcha. Thank you, Thomas. Okay, where was I at? Flames and the Hurricanes here. Hurricanes going to be a favorite here in this one. I think I skipped that Islanders game there, so that Steam might be our coverage of that game. I actually like the Capitals. I'm going to go ahead and say the Capitals is my play here. What were they, $1.50 or so? I didn't really have a graphic for it. I thought it was, Islanders sub 500, Capitals a big favorite. Capitals continuing to roll at $1.50. I'm willing to take the Capitals in that other game. All right, Steam came in here on Carolina. Obviously, while we were on the air here, Florida comes in 13-9-1. Carolina 16-5-1. Carolina's won 2 straight here. They beat the Rangers at home 4-3. They beat Dallas at home here 6-4. Florida is off of a win, snapping that losing streak. They were able to beat Toronto 5-1. Carolina at home, I like the fact that they've been producing a few unders here at home of late. Let me see. Those last 2 wins, though, did go over. 5 straight meetings between these two teams, though, have gone under here in Carolina. You know what kind of series this has been. Man, Carolina on a roll here right now at home. I think they're probably going to hold these guys down. Florida's been going over on the road, no doubt about it. 7-3 to the over on the road, 15-8 to the over altogether. But I'm going under here with Florida and Carolina as my play.
Steam play.
All right, we got some steam rolling in here right now in college basketball. North Carolina A&T is taking steam in their game against East Carolina in college basketball, however. And this one's an extra board game. Total going over here, A&T against East Carolina over here at 148.5, maybe 149 right now, with North Carolina A&T going up here against East Carolina. That's not an extra board game, though. I know that. That's a main board game. This total was as low as 148. It's now 149 or 149.5. North Carolina A&T and East Carolina. All right, man, we got to truck through these here. I've got the under with the let's see. Okay, here you guys go. You guys got me going here. Robert Franklin liked the first period over in that Caps game. Robert likes Carolina in regulation here. Here's Carolina puck line for Robert McCormick. I'm on here the under with Florida and Carolina. All right. Next up. Oh, there's that Islanders Capitals game. Man, I just had it backwards, I think, in the rotation. So I went with the Capitals in that one.
Critical notice.
All right. Where am I at now? Hopefully I'm getting this right, you guys. Feels like we're having our worst show of the season here. Seattle and San Jose. You got San Jose, an underdog here in this one. Seattle minus $1.55 or so. The total here currently is at 6, maybe juice to the over here a little bit right now. You got, for these two teams coming in, these two teams play their first matchup of the season here right now. You got Seattle 6-2 as a favorite so far this season. San Jose, we know they've been pretty dismal, of course, but I don't know. It seems like they've actually played a little bit better here this season of late. Right now, San Jose comes in with a record of 7-13-5. I don't know what we can make of that. Seattle 3-7 to the under in their last 10 on the road, but man, they should be able to score here against San Jose and put up a number, it feels like to me. This series has gone under in 5 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams. Man, Seattle's been going under, but feels like they can name their score here. The Sharks have been a monster on the puck line, no doubt about it. They've covered the puck line in 13 of their last 16 games overall, 16-9 to the puck line as an underdog this season. So much so that now you're laying prices here to get a puck line here. All right. Hey, let's see here. Next bout up. Next fight up here. With, let's see what we got. I want to try to get you this play here, but there's so much going on right now. I don't know if I can do it just quite yet. Let me just continue on with the hockey here, gang, with the Kraken going up against the Sharks. Give me your play, please, and let me know what's going on. All right. Give me just one moment, you guys. I just need a quick timeout. That's what it is. All right. Just had a little bit of freezing here. Am I okay on the show, you guys? All right. You guys are coming in with the plays. I'm going to keep rolling now. I think I am on the air here. So, all right. Robert says go under. And Robert McCormick says go under in this one. Robert Franklin on the under. You guys are really helping me out here at this point. Kraken here for Philly Eagle Flyer. Okay. Appreciate the info there, you guys. All right. I'm going to. Man, I guess the Sharks aren't going to score, so I'm going to go with the under here. It feels like the over is the right play, but I got to trust my gut on this one. And I'm actually going to play the under here with the Kraken and the Sharks. I know the Sharps are going over here, but I'm not going to do it. I've got to go under. Let me move out of that game and just keep rolling here with the Kings taking on the Ducks. You got Portillo here in goal. We going to Portillo's after the game. Let's take a look at this one here with the Kings on the road. This is Eric Portillo, probably getting his first start here today. I'm going to refresh the goalie computer, see what we know, going up against the Ducks and Luke Dostal here in this one for Dostal, 5-7-2 with a 2.72 goals against average here. So Kings, we'll see if this is what they end up with. They are a $2 favorite here in this one. I'm not sure I want the Kings, though, in this spot. The Kings have won 4 straight in this series against the Ducks. In fact, the first meeting here was 3-1. Kings won here at Anaheim. Both these teams have been solid unders this season. Man, Anaheim, 9 out of their last 10 games have gone under here right now. The Kings have won 10 of the last 11 meetings between these two teams, including 6 of the last 7 games at Anaheim. But Anaheim here been hanging in there for sure, covering puck lines left and right of late. They beat Seattle last time out. They revenged a 3-2 loss to them with a win on the road. They also got the puck line against Buffalo. They beat the Blackhawks. They beat the Stars. They're kind of clicking here right now. Anaheim is 13-5 to the puck line here, and that's what I'm going to take here is Anaheim as a puck line dog plus 1.5 against the Kings here tonight. See if you guys got any comments here. Philly Eagle Flyer likes the Ducks, and maybe Robert has the under here. We're going to keep it going right now with the Penguins taking on the Bruins. Now we're into the night card here. You got the Bruins, $1.75, and the total here currently sits at maybe 6 under 20 or so right now. You have Boston coming in off of a win against the Islanders, 6-3 on the road. The Penguins beat Vancouver last time out, but been rough going for Pittsburgh for sure. They're 3-14 as an underdog this season. The Bruins, though, are 3-13 as a puck line favorite overall here. So it might be a little bit tough to scope this one out, but Boston has defeated Pittsburgh in 5 of the last 6 meetings and 14 of the last 17 games overall between these two. Pittsburgh's had a few overs of late, and they're 7-4 to the over on the road. Penguins have also covered the puck line in 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two teams. So go ahead if you guys want to chime in here on this one with Pittsburgh. This one's at 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific. It's mostly a day card here in the NHL today. So what are you guys going to do here in this one? I'm probably going to be on the under here as long as it doesn't get down to mostly 5.5s for the most part. It is 6 under 15 or so right now. I've got the under with Pittsburgh and the Bruins. It's the Bruins playing these unders. 4-11-1 to the under as a favorite are the Bruins. So give me the under in this one. Ronnie's on Boston. Jermaine might be on Boston. Philly Eagle Flyer says Bruins money line, maybe smash first period, full game draw. Jermaine on Boston here. Says that Friday's not the right day of the week. Boston's won and covered the puck line in 2 straight meetings between these two teams. Boston and under here for Robert Franklin. Next up, got the Jets here taking on the Knights tonight. Knights come in 14-6-3. The Jets are 18-5. This looks like the featured attraction here tonight. Vegas coming off a loss, though, at Colorado, just 2-1 last time out, and a bit of a stunner. Winnipeg lost at the Kings 4-1. Winnipeg here 16-1 as a favorite. I don't have the lineup there, but they are still a favorite here right now by about $1.15. And the total here is 6. It feels like right now. There we go. Thanks for staying with me. 75 of you in here right now watching me struggle here in this show. Maybe that was a long day yesterday of football and food. Here, I want some leftovers right now. All right. In this one, you got VGK. They are 5-1 as a puck line underdog. You got to lay over $2, though, to get that puck line here. But Winnipeg's done a nice job on their puck lines, too. They've been really just dominant all around, it feels like. For these two teams, you got Winnipeg on the road here. Kind of trend under for the most part, but VGK 8-2 to the over at home here right now. And against a Winnipeg team, I wanted to go premium, but that last game kind of spooked me a little bit. A 2-1 game last time out. So they're down here to, I believe, some 5.5s here at this point. No, it's 6. Okay, make it a free play here on the show. I'm going over with Winnipeg and the Golden Knights here. For this matchup here, Winnipeg's definitely been going under here on the road, but I think at VGK, this one is a bounce back, at least totals-wise here. VGK has defeated Winnipeg in 5 straight meetings right now. They haven't played yet this season, but and again, the Jets are at an all-time high here, it feels like right now. But Vegas 5-0 straight up and on the puck line against Winnipeg here over the last 5 meetings. Winnipeg a solid under here of late, but I'm going over here in this one. Here we go with you guys here. Oh, Boston Bruins was a consensus. Thank you. I didn't catch that one. Thank you, Thomas. Good job there. We need some plays for sure. Robert's on the Jets here. Sancho's on Pittsburgh. Robert Franklin's on the Jets. Timmy Two Shoes. How you been, Timmy Two Shoes here? Nice. Thank you, Timmy, for showing here. Great to see you again. Avalanche and the Stars here in this one. I'm pretty sure where I'm going here in this one, but maybe it's going to be a premium. So I'm going to go with the total here as my play on the show with Colorado on the road. They are 6-1 to the over as an underdog. We know Dallas has been a solid under here, but they have gone over in 3 of their last 4 with 1 push and taken on Colorado here. I think Dallas can probably even score against these guys coming into this one. 5 straight meetings between these two teams have gone over here in Dallas. So I'm going over here with Colorado. I know I was just talking about that 2-1 game last time out. Dallas has won 8 of their last 10 games overall right now. They're 8-2 at home also. This season. So Colorado's done a nice job, it feels like, to come back from maybe a weak start here and picking up these wins here. They did lose to Tampa Bay 2 games back, but overall they've been in a pretty good run here of late. Now, as an underdog, they're not too great, just 2-5 so far this season, but give me the over here in this one with Colorado and Dallas. All right, we've got here Irish King is on the Avs. Philly Eagle Flyer leans to the over. Curtis says Stars. Puck line. Robert says give me the over in this one. And one more here real quick with Edmonton and Utah. And then we're going to skip through some college basketball games. They're just about ready to tip off our sports betting day here. Thank you for spending a couple of hours with me here this morning. All right. So Edmonton 11-9-2. Utah is 9-10-3. Both teams are coming off of a victory. Utah beat Montreal 3-2 on the road last time out, while Edmonton was a winner 6-2 at home against the Rangers.
Steam play.
4 out of the last 5 meetings between these two teams here, when the Utah franchise has been the home team, have gone over. Meanwhile, Utah has covered the puck line in 4 of the last 5 meetings with the Oilers. Edmonton, though, has won 4 out of the last 5 meetings overall here at Utah. I keep saying that. I guess I do have to keep referencing it. I know most of you know that it was Arizona, but we'll keep saying it here and there. Make sure we keep on the same page with that, it feels like. But you know what? I've got Utah here tonight as an underdog. I'm taking the Utah Hockey Club as my play here in this one. Utah, they are 4-9 as an underdog, but they are 4-4 at home. Edmonton, not a great favorite, interestingly enough. They are just 9-10 as a favorite so far this season. So that's for a team that, they're 6-3 on the road, but 9-10 as a favorite. I think that means this price is probably a little bit too high is what it feels like. And I'm going to take the Utah Hockey Club tonight. Trebine's on the Oilers puck line here. Curtis says go over. Irish King took the Golden Knights in that game. And here's Oilers for Philly Eagle Flyer. Robert McCormick's going to be with me on Utah here. That's hockey. All right. Quickly now, we're going to get to college basketball. We're just 2 minutes away from tip-off on a couple of these games right now, and let's see how I have it lined up. Indiana and Providence, you guys, this one's just moments away. You guys already talked about it in the chat, so I don't know really what more I can add to it other than my play. I think you guys were going Friars, right? Is that right? Hey, mention real quick here, the Kings are getting steamed right now, the LA Kings in that game against the Ducks here. I know I just took the Ducks, but maybe I should have waited. And I didn't bet it yet. I'd go on after the show and make my bets after I make the pick on the air, to be honest with everyone. The Kings, though, are moving up to $2 here right now, and a little bit better price. Kings are getting steamed. All right. I think you guys were talking about this one a lot in the chat. If I'm not mistaken, again, it's hard to read these things sometimes and get it right, but I think you guys were on Providence here in this one. I hope so. I want to be on Providence, and that's my pick. I did have a premium pick play. Hopefully you guys picked it up there over at Winnable on the total, but I like Providence here. Look, I know there are some injury situations here. You got Bryce Hopkins of Providence, definitely out of this game, but Newton is out for Indiana. Carl is out for Indiana as well. So I'm going to take Providence here, +4 against Indiana. The total's been dropping here. It says 140.5 here. Steam came in on the under. It's down to 138.5 or 138. All right. Also here, set to tip right now. One other game in college basketball here, early action. It's Alcorn and South Alabama. I think this one is just about ready to go here in this one. I've got the under in Alcorn and South Alabama. I did not play the total in that game, but I do have the under as a bet. I'll just mention it right now at 1. I don't have a graphic for it, but they've just tipped here, I believe, and it's at 132. All right. They're in the octagon, or the ring here, I should say, PFL. They're in the ring here for this next bout. It's a ladies' bout between Lilia Osmani and Hatan Al-Saif here in this one. And we do have a selection, I do believe. Let me see if I can get it out to you here with this one. This one is a monster favorite here with Safe. I think we've got Safe inside the distance, but it's still a big price. I don't know if you're interested necessarily in this one, but it's the biggest price on the board, I do believe, at minus 2,500. Oh gosh, that's no good. There's some books aren't even posting this bout because it is so overwhelming. So all I can do is recommend Safe inside the distance, and the price is just outrageous if I'm not mistaken here. So might be the last chance we get here to play the bout here on the air. But all right. Sorry that it wasn't a great fight here, but we might be done with the show here in just a little bit. All right, Minnesota and Wake Forest is we're going to get rolling here with our college basketball picks only. We got to wrap up this show, get to our consensus play here, our consensus parlay. All right, Minnesota and Wake. This one is in Kissimmee, Florida. Wake Forest, a favorite here in this one, -3. The total here is 130 or so, down to 129. Maybe call it 2.5 and 129 here at this point. I've got Wake Forest here in this one, laying 3, laying 2.5. Got a premium pick in this game over at winnable.com. Please consider checking it out and get my plays for today. I'm going to have a huge card. It's already underway. Check me out over at Winnable. Take Wake Forest, though, as my free play here in this one against the Golden Gophers. You have Wake Forest coming in 6-2. Minnesota comes in 5-2 right now. For both teams, Wake Forest here, they're terrible against the spread. Just to let you know, they're 6-2 overall. They're 1-7 against the spread. But Minnesota hasn't been too sharp either. They're actually, for their 5-2 record right now for Minnesota, they're 1-5-1 against the spread. So Wake Forest is 0-5 as a favorite, but I'm going to say this is their chance to get this win here against a Minnesota team that also isn't covering the spread. Give me Wake Forest here in this one. All right. Oh, okay. You guys were mostly on Indiana against Providence. Okay, I got you. Dana was on Hoosiers there. It was going so fast. I guess I misread what you guys were doing. Nasty Nate that was on the Friars. Yeah. All right. Jermaine will say take Wake. Minnesota, maybe an imposter here. Yeah, maybe you're right, Thomas. I don't have my Kissimmee, Florida pronunciation. I think I've probably said it 5 different ways on this show so far. And also thank you here to Philly Eagle Flyer for some action here in this one. All right, here we go. Robert likes the under in that game with Minnesota and Wake Forest. These teams have been going under big time for sure. They're combined 3-12 to the under so far this season. Next up is TCU, for me anyway here, TCU taking on Colorado State. And our next matchup here, TCU comes in 4-2. Colorado State comes in 3-3. This is action at the Acrisure Invitational in Palm Springs here. Just looks like a pretty decent game record-wise, but Colorado State does come in with a 3-game losing streak right now. Both teams are combined 1-5 against the spread. I don't know why I like these games so much, it feels like, but with TCU here in this one now is a 4-point favorite, and the total looks like it's hanging out here at about 140.5. Gonna have to update that. Call it 4 and 140.5 here right now with TCU and Colorado State. This one being, as I said, in Palm Springs. So let me know if you guys have something in this one. For these two teams, they have been TCU 2-4 to the under so far. 2-4 to the under overall here, but I think now with this down to 140.5, I don't like the move here. I think I prefer the over here in this one, actually. I'm going over with TCU and Colorado State. Colorado State, they've lost 3 straight. They went under last time in their loss to Washington, 67-63 is a 1.5 point dog. So, all right, for TCU, they lost here last time out. Let's see, was it to Santa Clara, right? In that game yesterday, what was it? 69-52 in that game to Santa Clara. Santa Clara continues to look pretty decent here. They play Washington in the other game. I think we're going to get to it, but all right, keep it rolling here right now. Let's see here. Here we go. Next up, Pittsburgh and Ohio State. This one's being played on campus at Ohio State. You got Ohio State here, 2.5 point favorite, total 148 or so right now. 148.5. Ohio State's up to a 4.5 point favorite here. Total 148.5. Some widely reported steam did come in on the over here in this one. Why is Ohio State moving higher here? I know they're 5-1 against the spread here right now. Doing great job here at 5-1 overall, but Pitt is 6-1, 5-2 against the spread here. Pitt's got a pretty good team here. I don't know if I like this one necessarily as a runaway favorite for Ohio State. These two teams so far, nothing really happening as far as the total is concerned. Man, I like Pitt. 4.5 right now. Give me Pitt. If this thing's going to be squares on Ohio State, I don't know what's going on, but let me see here. I like Pitt with these extra points for sure. Let me look at the injury situation. Ohio State, you got Glover. He's questionable in this one. All right, I'm going to take Pitt plus the points. So is Robert. Thomas might be taking Ohio State on the money line. Dana Delp likes Buckeyes, but Robert likes Pittsburgh. So, kind of a neutral situation there for sure. Here we go. Next up, West Virginia taking on Arizona. This one action at the Battle for Atlantis. Here at 3 Eastern and noon Pacific time with Arizona favored here in this one by 6. Here, I know I like Arizona to take care of business here. What is the line now? I got to look at all these at this point. It's up only to 6.5. Boy, it feels lucky. I feel lucky. Give me Arizona here in this one. This one's going to make my late card with the totals right now. This one at 151.5, but I'm going to like the total on a premium later on. So Arizona right now just 2-4 against the spread currently as they come in with a 3-3 record. West Virginia 4-2. We know Arizona's played some tough teams. They lost to Oklahoma. I think I got that one wrong. I thought Arizona would be better. They rolled Davidson, lost to Duke, lost to Whiskey. West Virginia lost to Louisville yesterday here at this event after upsetting Gonzaga. Remember, 86-78 is a 14.5 point dog. I'm taking Arizona though. Back on the beat with Arizona. I'll try Arizona again. Thomas is on Arizona. Dana's on Arizona. Robert's on Arizona. Ramon is on Arizona. Lots of Arizona here. Robert likes the under here in this one. And Alsafe just crushed this poor girl here, smashed her, and won it inside the distance in the first round here, I do believe. That's what we should have took. Easy victory, really, for this young lady doing her dance there. All right. Arizona consensus play. We've got 5 consensus plays here today. Stay tuned. We're about ready to do the drawing here, gang, and get you out of here for a great sports betting day. We'll be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. Wichita State taking on Florida. Here, this one we've seen widely reported steam come in on Florida. And also on the over here, Florida's 9.5. The total is up to 155.5 right now with Wichita State and Florida. All right. Florida is perfect 7-0. Wichita State's a perfect 6-0 coming in. So it's a big one here. 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific on ESPN. Florida comes in with just a 4-3 record against the spread. Meanwhile, Wichita just 3-2-1 against the spread overall here. That steam coming in on the over, I get it, but these two teams have been producing some unders for sure, combined 5-8 to the under so far this season. And they've been kind of steaming it here, though, of late. I'm going to end up here. I'm just going to take Florida, actually, to roll here. I don't like the line here. It's too high for me at 9.5, but maybe I like the total. So I think Florida still has a decent shot to end up covering this number against Wichita. Wichita's been great. I get it. But I'm going to take the Gators here to cover. And that's what Curtis says, too. Gators to smash. Robert does like the under here. Yeah, man, if this thing gets any higher, we're going to be going premium, it feels like. Robert likes Florida as well. Look, Wichita's been nice. They beat Minnesota in that game yesterday, 68-66, but it was a push. They beat St. Louis by 25, but they failed to cover against Monmouth. They failed to cover against Northern Iowa. Meanwhile, Florida, with that 17-point win over Wake, they beat Southern Illinois by 25 last time out. They didn't cover 36 against Florida A&M, but they covered against FSU, and they failed as a huge choice against Grambling. So just don't take them minus 30 points, right? Let's take them minus 9.5 here in this one. All right. Thank you, Jermaine, for your basketball plays here. I should take a screenshot of that. All right. Let's keep it going here right now. I got a few more games here to give you my favorite plays of the day in college basketball with North Carolina State taking on BYU here in this one. You've got BYU, a 5-point favorite here. Both teams coming in 5-1, but both teams obviously coming in off of a loss, right? Considering this tournament action here at the Rady's Invitational. It was North Carolina State who lost to Purdue 71-61 as a dog, ending their winning streak. BYU, meanwhile, lost to Ole Miss. We had that one right. Or we had the over as our play yesterday. It did go well over. I think it was overtime, actually. 96-85 was the final in that one. In this one today, I do have a premium pick, actually, on the side. So hopefully you'll be interested in picking that one up from me here. But as far as the total's concerned, look, the steam's come in on the over. What does it say there on the screen? 152? That's not the total. I know it's higher than that already. Here, let's see what it is, because I'm going over no matter what it is.
Steam playing.
Right now it is at 154.5, and I'll just do it as my free play here. I like the over, and it's a free play. Missed out on some points here. It's going up, up, up. I like the over here as my play with NC State and BYU. All right, some plays coming in here. Sancho, you say I'm a chill guy, but today I feel sketchy as ASF just because we got so many games here. All right. Nunya went with App State money line. And here's Robert going over with me here in this one. Robert also gave out Arkansas State. All right. Keep it going right now here. My plays on the over, NC State and BYU. Here's Santa Clara taking on Washington. We already mentioned the first game here. Santa Clara did take steam in this game here today. They have moved to a favorite here, I believe, in this one. Santa Clara comes in now as a 1.5-point favorite. And the total is up here to 148. Let's move them to the favorite here. on the graphic. All right, there we go. Yeah, Santa Clara here with the favoritism now in this one against Washington, total 148, up from about 144 here or so. Santa Clara was a team that got steamed, though, however. I'm showing handicappers mostly preferring Santa Clara and the under here in this one. And boy, it seems like good value now. But both these teams have been solid unders so far this season. Washington is 1-4 to the under overall. Santa Clara is actually 3-2 to the over as a favorite. Washington just 1-4 against the spread. I'm on Santa Clara here in this one as my play. I'm taking the Broncos. And Jermaine, he likes them, but ain't going to do it. And Thomas says, what about college football? What did I do here? Did we not get those plays? I touched on all the college football plays that I was going to make today. Let me pick up my sheet off the floor. I just throw my sheets on the floor. We previewed almost every game. Was there a game that you were interested in? You're talking about college. You're saying you're questioning me. Man. No, we're talking college basketball right now. Maybe Thomas was talking to the guys in the chat. All right, just give me Santa Clara. Let me keep going here. Try to be in tune with you guys, but sometimes I lose track. Louisville and Oklahoma. We already saw the comments from you guys in this one, right? If you want to refresh my memory as to what you guys were doing here in this one at the Bahamas tournament with Louisville and OU. OU comes in 6-0. Louisville comes in 5-1. The Jets are taking some steam right now, you guys. In their NFL game on Sunday, believe it or not, we're seeing a move to the Jets here right now against the Seahawks. The Jets might be the favorite here at this point. The Seahawks were favored, but they're betting the Jets again. Please. All right. Louisville and Oklahoma here. Good game. Oklahoma undefeated at 6-0. Louisville comes in at 5-1. I saw your comments earlier. Louisville is 3-1 against the spread as a favorite here so far. Louisville 1-5 to the under so far this season. Oklahoma's kind of been trending a little bit to the over, 4-2 to the over so far this season. So this one was 3-151, but now we're seeing it at currently Louisville here minus 3.5, total 149.5 or so. Maybe a little bit moved to the under. Games at 5:30 Eastern and 2:30 Pacific, also on ESPN. I think for me, let me see what you guys said. I don't want to get this one wrong because I know you guys were pretty hard on this one early. And let's take a look. It was Robert on Louisville, Dana on Louisville. Okay, you guys are liking Louisville here, it looks like. So I'm going to take the under as my play. I feel like this was a premium play, but we've got so many games. Let's just go with it here as my play here on the show. Like I said, Louisville's been doing a great job here, it feels like, defensively. And, man, not only did the Jets get hit, the Sharps are hitting Washington. Let's see. Talking football again here, you guys. I know I'm all over the place, but I see that Jets move. This is sharp action, man. Also, they're hitting the Commanders against the Titans. Or no, they're hitting the Titans against the Commanders right now. Hasn't even been. I would expect this thing to say steam play any second and say Titans are a steam play because I'm looking at that move. Looks very serious there. Well, that wasn't it, but here's some steam real quick right now on the Penguins and the Bruins hockey game to go under here. Penguins, Bruins, we're seeing steam. That's what I gave out here on the show, right? And that thing's going to be heading to 5.5. Consensus was on Boston, and I was on the under, and it's moving under here right now for sure. All right. Gave out that one there. a little bit there with Louisville and Oklahoma under. I got a few more here. Bear with me. Purdue and Ole Miss here in this one. This one is the big game at the tournament in San Diego. You got Purdue here, a 4-point favorite in this one against Ole Miss. The total currently at 145. I got the spread wrong here, right, gang? It's now 2.5. How about that? 2.5 and 145. So the move here, obviously, to Ole Miss, and also the move is to the over here in this one. So what have the Mississippi Rebels really done for us this season? I mean, yes, they come in here with a perfect record, Purdue 6-1, but Missouri 3-2 against the spread, 4-2 against the spread, Purdue 4-3 against the spread. It's pretty nondescript. Purdue has been going under here so far, 4-1 to the under, but Ole Miss is 4-2 to the over. Here's some steam right now I want to pass along real quick. College basketball, Navy and Penn. Game total here moving under with Navy and Penn. It was 145. We're all the way down to 143 or lower. This has been a strong move. Navy and Penn under. Big move to the under. All right, continuing on, Mississippi and Purdue here in this one. And for me, I'm on Ole Miss plus the 2. And I kind of want to take them plus 4, but if I can only get 2.5 right now, let's just make them the play here on the show. Give me Ole Miss against Purdue tonight. All right. Mushroom is here. Wow, Mushroom. How are you? Great to have you stopping by. Awesome. Here's Dana Delp on Purdue. Couple more here and we're ready to go. I think I can cash us out with a fight here too real quick. From the action here at the PFL World Championships here right now. Gonna get you one play here. If I can't, man, seems like we caught the card at just a bad time. We got an $8 favorite here with El Defraoui and Algaray in this one. And man, Algaray should win this one, but Jesus, he's up to $8 right now. Let me see what my notes say here, if we can get on something else here. How about we try Algaray inside the distance here in this one? What is that price? Algaray inside the distance plus 215. I know this one is expected maybe to go the distance here. It's a 5-rounder. So let's try him inside the distance here anyway. Try to get this price down a little. Plus 215. I can't go against that. So Algaray there. Algaray, Mohammed Algaray in this one against Al Defraoui. I'm going to go inside the distance here in this one with Algaray plus 215. All right. Couple more here. College basketball, and we're done. With Utah State taking on North Texas here. We already reported the steam was on North Texas. The steam was also on the under here in this one. Right now, showing the line there at 4.5 and 137, but more likely here at this point, it is 3.5 and 134.5. So, man, talk about these moves here. Hopefully you've been on them when I've been calling them out. All right. For me in this one, I'm going to have to grab this under. Another one where I was probably going to take this one under as a premium, but I'm just going to have to play it here as a play. We've already missed out on 3 points just by sitting here doing this show. So give it to me here at 134, 134.5, whatever it is. I'll take the under as my play. Here's another steamer coming in right now. Gardner-Webb and Belmont. Game total moving over here. It was as low as 150. Right now, it's 152.5 or higher with Gardner Webb and Belmont. Steam coming in on the over right now. All right, couple more here. Northwestern taking on UNLV at the tournament in Tempe. Here in this one, you've got, let's see, Northwestern was a 4-point favorite here, but I think we're seeing a little bit of an adjustment here on this one as well. Northwestern, the total down here to 136. Okay, not that big. Okay, 136.5. So you got Northwestern here favored in this one. This one's being played in Tempe, Arizona. Wow. Another one where this is a premium for me here with Northwestern. I'm going Northwestern as a premium pick here on the air here. I don't know about the total so many games. I haven't even got to half these games on some of the totals and sides, but this one has a strong mark here with me on Northwestern. I'm taking Northwestern. Feels like a premium for me here right now. And thank you to Nunya for your plays here today. I think I've got one or two more. This is a show. It's going to be over. Butler here taking on Mississippi State. Here in this one. This one is the finale at the Tempe tournament that we just mentioned here at 7:30. Let me see if I got the time right on this one. 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific time here with these two. And is it 8? And I know it's got to be a lower total than that. Take a look here. Right now, Butler is at plus 8. The total 145.5. Here with these two. All right. Okay, here we go in this one for me. I'll get it here. I gotta find it. All right, there we go. All right, if it's going to be at 146 here, it's going to be an overplay here. Actually, I'm quite indecisive on this game. This one has just a little bit of a higher rating for me. Probably not going to make premium here yet, side or total. I want to do a little further investigation, but just give me the over here as my play. I want to point out that big matchup, though, there in Tempe in the Cactus Division of the Arizona Tip-Off. Finally, it's going to be St. Mary's taking on ASU. We're going to skip that USC game. They looked really bad last night. So here we go. St. Mary's taking on ASU. You got ASU here, a 5.5-point underdog to St. Mary's. I'm all about St. Mary's at this point, but in this one here, I'm going to actually take the over. St. Mary's shooting the lights out, it feels like to me. I'm going to take it here as my play on the morning's team. I'm going to go over and I'm going to wrap up the show. We've got 75 of you in here right now. Let's do the drawing, shall we? And not wait any longer here. I mean, how many games can we truly preview? But I did want to say that St. Mary's does come in at 7-0, ASU at 6-1. So I think it was a game worth talking about there. But I'll take the over here in this one. These two teams have combined to go 10-3 to the over so far this season. Sharps appear to be going under, but that's what the Sharps are going to do. I'll take the over. Call me square, over 143.5 here. Actually, it's 141 now. It feels like another premium here at this point. I'll take it over with St. Mary's and Arizona State. The show is over. We're going to do the drawing here right now for our 5-team parlay here. Let's go to it. Hopefully type in something if you'd like to be involved here in the contest. Just type in anything in the YouTube chat. You're going to be eligible here right now. There are 41 people entered into the parlay here. Thomas was on St. Mary's there, but Robert took Butler there in that game against Mississippi State. Hello to Trans-Canada. Love it, Trans-Canada. Here are the consensus plays. Wisconsin spread, ECU basketball, Arizona. Oh, okay, I got it. Wisconsin spread, ECU football, basketball, Arizona, 2 hockey, the Devils money line and the Bruins under. Thank you, Thomas. Great job. Here we go. Let's do it. Hopefully you guys are all entered in. Here we go.
Notice.
Thomas, Trance, Googly-Eyed, Irish, Joe, Nicholas, Dana, Robert, Trevor, Winetime, Ron Young, Robert McCormick, Timmy Two Shoe, Trap God. Trap God wins the consensus parlay. Will Trap God be the first to win our consensus parlay? Right now, we are 0-17 on the consensus parlay start of this promotion. I'm out like $50. No big deal. We only put in it for like $2 or $3 a day because, again, here's the thing. Trap God, if you're out there still, go blow up the Morning Steam video on YouTube and I'll put more money in. I put 1 cent in for each YouTube view that we get. You can keep hitting refresh. I don't know how it works. Just get that total up there and I'll put in more for the parlay. It's a 5-teamer today, right? So if anything, let's get 200, 300 views here before the consensus parlay starts. Whatever it is, a couple of minutes before that starts, I put it in. I've been putting it in for about $3. But hey, at 5-teamer here, who wouldn't want to win $50 or $60, right? So please share this video, like, subscribe to our channel, and let's blow up the video and get Trap God to be the first winner of the consensus parlay on that 5-teamer. If Trap God's out there, here are the teams there on that parlay. Robert says it shows how hard parlays are to hit, right? So hopefully it's not us. They're going to start making fun of us, guys, if we don't hit one of these. So Thomas does his job. He just accumulates them, and he's very serious about it. Remember, we didn't even have any the other day. So we're trying to be disciplined here. But it's a parlay. It's fun. Nobody wants to win a straight bet for $2, right? You want $2 from me? Just hit me up in the chat. I'll send you $2. We want to send somebody $50, $60, maybe even $100 or more. Let's blow the Morning Steam up. Help me get a bunch of views and keep the show popular and the channel growing. That's what's behind this promotion. And Trap God, you're the man today. So thanks, everybody. Enjoy your sports betting day. Make sure you want more plays from me? Probably not. Go over to winnable.com. I've got a bunch more plays over there right now in football, in basketball. I'm going to have my NHL, my NBA, more plays coming your way here. You've just spent 2 hours with me right now, and if you can't stand it and just can't get enough of me, I'll send plays to your phone all day long right here. I send about usually between 2, 3, 4, 5 packages out between the free subscription and the paid subscription. It's just $20 a month, 67 cents a day to get my plays over there. And what you do, let me get that off there. Like I said, if you go click that QR code, it's going to take you right to that page where you find me there. Sports betting, you pay for it right there. Make it perfectly clear, right? Pay, subscribe there to the options. And again, look, $4 a day right now, or you can get the weekly $8 there. Why wouldn't you want some extra plays from me? And it supports me here on the channel. It goes right to your phone. The plays come up all perfect here. You can see how it works right now. Look, we already talked about some of that early college basketball, right? And there it is right there. We talked about Indiana and Providence. The game is underway, right? And it was in my premium pick package here. I said, go under in that game. It's going over right now, I can tell you that. But there it is, the plays there. You can see it there. You don't even need to subscribe if you see them there. And that's what it looks like, though, right? You get all my packages there, the football, the basketball, all in order like that, right? So look how easy it is. And you can turn on your notifications and get more plays from me. All I do is I sit here, I'm handicapping, watching, type them in, send them out, and get more plays from me. Whether you like them or not, you can just see what is Ramon on. I know how he thinks. I know how he handicaps. I watch him for 2 hours every day. I didn't like what he said. I liked what he said, whatever. So, all right. Thanks everybody for a great show. You guys were great today. I was not. And I don't know if I've got a little bit of Thanksgiving hangover from the food. I didn't even, they didn't even get me to drink on the air yesterday. So just had a lot of yummy food, and maybe I did get knocked out there, but all right. Appreciate it, everybody. Catch me tomorrow here, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. Oh, it's just going to be a massive college football Saturday. So check me out tomorrow here on the Morning Steam. I can't wait to see you guys then. And guess that's it. I want to keep talking to you, but we got to go. For the Sports Money Network, I'm Ramon Scott. Thanks again. So long.
Can't escape from the team called the Morning Steam. It's time to break one for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the Morning Steam. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the